shit. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Bitch, it's the big dog coming. It's the big dog, nigga, you can't step in my yard. I ain't running with no pack, cause all you niggas is fraud. And I don't trust a fucking soul, so I keep up a guard. But I ain't saying that I'm a saint, cause bitch, my name ain't Bernard. Big shark, motherfucker, you can't swim in my water. That little house you living in ain't cost more than my charter. Just for me to go to Legoland and just be a father. Spend some time with the kids before I get back to this slaughter. Nigga, cold-blooded. I'm so rugged. I hate calling good women bitches, but these hoes love it. And I'm so bloody. I'm from where it's hella muddy.
100 Mob in the building, nigga. King Renzo, nigga. Little Rock, Arkansas. That's Roadblock, nigga. You already know what it is with me, nigga. We gonna drop the link below, and we gonna community tab it as always, nigga. You already know what it is with me, Camel Face, nigga. Gonna come on the video. Shut your mind right, nigga. Go. Hold on, nigga. Let me go ahead on and get low. Hold on, man. Stop playing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just playing. You understand what I'm talking about? My leg ain't right, so let me go ahead on and hobble off and do the video. But you had to get it because your homeboy talk too much now. Want to talk about G Herbo, nigga, straight up and down. And it's only right we talk about G Herbo right now. We talking about, you know, somebody that came after the likes of, you know, Chief Keef, Lil Durk, you know what I'm saying? All of these, you know, big time rappers, you know what I'm saying, that actually put a face on drill rap, you know what I'm saying, and actually took it to, you know, bigger heights, you know what I'm saying, now that we can say. You know what I'm saying? So we want to do one on G Herbo right now. He flaming hot right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, the reason, you know what I'm saying? Reason, whatever which one y'all want to call it, you know what I'm saying? It's booming right now. You know what I mean? And he putting out this project with, you know, a lot of thought into it. You know what I'm saying? Now, G Herbo, one of them Chicago rappers that just don't rap, you know, the average drill rap that you would hear from any of these other names I just, you know, finished saying. You know what I'm saying? He actually has wordplay. You know what I'm saying? This nigga actually one of the best rappers out of Chicago right now. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it takes time to listen to him and actually know where he coming from. But right now, beat-wise, we talking about, you know, rhythm-wise, we talking about influence-wise. G Herbo got that right now. And, you know what I'm saying? With that responsibility comes, you know, great, you know, haterade. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, one of his people from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Now, let's start from right here first. First of all is, when we look at the video, you know what I'm saying, for those that ain't seen the video, of course, I can't put the whole video up here, but he went back to his hood to shoot the video, you know what I'm saying, and turned the whole hood up, you know what I'm saying, came there with, you know what I'm saying, $100,000 worth of jewels on, you know what I'm saying, riding big cars, you know what I'm saying, showing this side of Chicago that not many show inside their videos, you know what I'm saying, you know, actually doing this thing, you know what I'm saying, came back to the hood, you know what I'm saying, broke the hood off, but like I said, inside certain posts, you know what I'm saying, when you look at this one right here, you know what I'm saying, it's people from his hood that's saying that he can't come back, they want to do something to him. And this is always the dynamic that gets switched when we talk about people that's coming back to help their hood and coming back to put their hood on and never leaving and stuff like that. We see what happened in Nip. You know what I'm saying? And we seen what happened to Dolph. We seen what happened to so many that came back and trying to help. You know what I'm saying? And with Herbo in his situation, it's somebody around him that done did 10 years, you know what I'm saying, done came back and, you know what I'm saying, actually feel entitled. You know what I'm saying? And this is where the entitlement come in at. So this is why as he's promoting this video and as he's promoting these things, he's also putting certain stuff out and putting certain stuff in his story that's, you know, talking about the situation that he going through with one of his, you know, I guess ex-homeboys, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you can see it right here. You know, it's the dude that, you know what I mean, he actually slew flexed on his, you know, couch or bed or whatever inside this clip. And you can read what he posted. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can pause it or whatever. We ain't going to get too deep into it. But, you know, this leads me to believe on why he made the recent statement that he made that we will get into later on in this video. Because when we look at G Herbo, he not someone that go back and forth. And I'm going to let y'all hear a little bit of what he say about, you know, what people told him to do as far as him doing all these story posts and not feeding feeding into it and stuff like that. But, you know, like he said, sometimes you got to make examples out of niggas, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, he's sitting up there acting, you know, and doing all this stuff up on his story, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, somebody is, you know, putting a stop to him trying to, you know, come back and trying to give back if you're saying he can't come back. So this is why he put this up here saying he gonna cut ties with all the people from his old neighborhood in Chicago, and he tired of bonding them out. And you know what I mean? He basically trying to duck the RICO, you know what I'm saying? Because he feel what coming. So I'm gonna let y'all hear what he said, then we gonna get right back into this.
But it's a lot of people that's like respectable that I listen to that's trying to tell me like, yeah, don't feed into this, don't do this. That's only because I lead by example, you feel me? But sometimes you got to make an example out of people, you know? And I'm saying all that to say, like, I get a nigga my page, you can have my profile, my platform for 48 hours, 28 hours, whatever, however the fucking long it's gonna take for this shit to delete. And that's only because they gonna forget about you in another 24 hours. But I want you to get some recognition. I want a nigga to get what they looking for out this shit if you want some clout so much, cause shit, we all from the same place. I thought I want you to be able to do the shit that I'm doing, cause I know you can't afford a flight to Miami and a hotel and a flight back, so I'm trying to help you out.
Now, after hearing what he just said or whatever, man, y'all could probably get the mind frame of where he at with it and, you know, how he's going to go about it. Now, G Herbo never been the type to really back down from nobody and never really had too many problems. You know, so when we talk about G Herbo, we talking about somebody that's, you know, we could say the king of Chicago rap right now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody putting out, you know, nothing, you know, nearly as hard as he putting out right now. You know what I mean? That's taking the time out inside in between bars, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, say something witty, you know what I'm saying, you know, he actually bossed up right now, you know what I'm saying, and could take it to bigger heights now that Lil Durk is, you know what I mean, facing his little situation right now, you know what I mean, that gave G Herbo the lane to, you know what I mean, really soak it all up right now, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not saying it's because of Lil Durk being gone, because while Lil Durk was here, G Herbo has had many and plenty of successes. You know what I'm saying? You know, now, besides the fact that, you know, he can rap and stuff like that, we talking about somebody that could put together a good project, you know what I mean, with good features, and, you know what I mean, that can stand on his own musically, you know what I'm saying, and that's what we looking at. So this is why I, you know, argue the fact that he may be the king of Chicago rap right now, because of the simple fact that, you know, this is what comes with it, you know what I'm saying, your homeboys that you were once cool with, you know what I'm saying, they gonna feel entitled, they gonna try to say you can't come back, and this is why I think he said he had to make an example, you know what I'm saying, because you can't flush somebody out the neighborhood that ain't never, you know what I mean, really did anything to you, and, you know what I mean, because you feel a need to feel entitled, you know. So G Herbo in that aspect is, you know, maybe speaking of that, but what I'm saying is when you look at him as an artist, look at the growth. Look at where he came from the first song he dropped all the way up to now. And this lets you know that the numbers up on this project gonna do good. Now, I think he currently, you know what I mean, dating Fabulous daughter or something like that. They've been together for some time, you know what I mean? And the thing is this, you know what I mean? He growing up, you know what I'm saying? He got the experience with having money and having assets and, you know, buildings and houses and stuff like that is like, and, you know, you get to want to live more when you experiencing stuff like that. So this is another reason why he may be cutting off his old neighborhood and trying to duck RICOs and stuff like that, because as he said inside that little clip that I played or whatever, he said people that he respect in the game and stuff like that. We don't know if it is Fabulous. We don't know who it is. There's plenty of people that know G Herbo in the game, you know what I'm saying? And this is probably a bug that they dropping in his ear, and he's starting to think more critically about. So with that being said, man, y'all drop the comments, man, and y'all tell me, do he really need to just leave the situation alone after speaking up on it and after saying his little piece or whatever? You know, should he continue to make an example and put everything he got in jeopardy, bro? Because like I said, it's going to be somebody small to make you lose everything that you ever gained that was big. I'm out.